you organize something very good for children, then you get their mothers at least, or parents or grandmothers. So I would start with some activities for children and then get in touch with their parents, and then through this interaction to find out what parents would wish.
I think a lot of these things we say to the earlier group also apply here.
Yeah.
To bring in a set of activities that will attract adults, including coffee and tea. The knitting clubs, the discussion groups,
if I might add something, I think that maybe thinking about formats, different formats, could be a good thing. One of the most successful things I saw ever was in Amsterdam, a place called De Bali, which is a kind of a theater combined with a cafe, combined with where they hold all these sessions, where they invite speakers to come, and then they choose a format, say beauty parlor. So the format is a beauty parlor. And in this case, they invited women from all ethnic groups in Amsterdam to come and have their nails done. While they had their nails done, they should tell about their everyday life. And they would record these tales. Then some of them would make that into a little theater play. Then the next session, they would invite Dutch women to come and have their nails done. And the prize for that was that they would sit and listen to the stories of these women. That's a brilliant format. Another format was the club format. So they bring in discussion partners, in that case on very high level on European politics or whatever issue that could be. But they bring in some discussion partners and they make it a club event. So you are served drinks and there's a dance going on and so on. You have the panel discussion and then there's dance afterwards and you are having basically a good time. So that's another format. So thinking about these physical formats and combining them with discussions, with content, with cultural activities can really, really be useful in a space like that.
So I think what we're talking about is identifying activities, ways of reaching various different parts of the community. That question that still remains is how do we have the community take ownership of the space? And I think that there's a lot of great ideas about how we might reach out and engage people, but what are the ways that we can move beyond the engagement to them truly feeling that the space is theirs, that they have an ownership, a responsibility for it?
If they create some of the programs themselves, if they are the people who do the content, basically not the library, but themselves.
And also that we really give the space for them. We say that, okay, now this space is for you, this library, you have paid the taxes and you own this space. And we as librarians, perhaps, we go now outside and you can use this space. What do you want? Do you want to have a party here? Or do you want to have dancing here? Or do you want to have whatever, political discussion? But you say, this is your space. This is not ours.
And I think one of the things I heard you say, Rolf, is this idea of bringing them in to say, yeah, this is your space, but actually structuring activities that facilitate that discussion.
That's right. Yes.
And there's an important piece there where it's about bringing them in, but also facilitating a process so that they can understand what it means to be engaged. Yeah. Other ideas about that?
Probably it would be interesting for them to somehow convince them to feel themselves something like home there. I don't know, by bringing something from their own homes, like a poster, like a photo, like a chair, or I don't know. So
a reflection.
Yes. So I bring something from my home into that place. I don't know what. It has to be thought about. And so when I go there, I somehow feel it like it is mine. It's something from me there. So I own this corner or this place on the wall, and it's a feeling which could bring the people more often there.
So perhaps one of the activities would be to encourage people to bring personal things so they see a reflection of themselves.
Decorate or whatever the place with their belongings.
And a constant communication with community. So not organizing discussions or clubs without being sure that people are interested on it.
You could supply this, bringing your own stuff. You could supply it by bringing a story about this chair has a story, and then you can bring your chair and change it with that chair. Bring the story home, and then your chair is in the library, and then you bring your canary bird and change it with the chair. So you bring some of the other.
And periodically you can change the chairs with tables or with whatever. So something like this month, it's the month of the chairs with the chair and the story. The next month it's the month of whatever else. So you are not in this position that in some time you have no space for the stuff they bring in.
So it seems a key theme that that you're talking about with the chair example, and both talked about with the nails painting, is that the facilitation, something about it has to encourage members of different parts of the community to engage with one another. Is that right?
Bringing a part of their own story, bringing a part of themselves.
Because part of the community engagement is that our community is diverse, and so how do you facilitate that ownership across diverse groups?
And somehow that they are also responsible of that space. That they have to take care of. If they don't take care of it, so it may vanish or whatever. Somehow they feel that we have to work for it. So they are more eager to keep it. I don't know.
This place is a physical place in the library, where they could take this place, bring it somewhere else to the supermarket. Now this place is in the supermarket.
They can transfer the
yes, and